My name is Sameena and I'm one of the trustees for Kiya Survivors. I first visited Urubamba in the Sacred Valley in Peru and went to work at the Rainbow Center in January of 2009. I was there for 4 weeks and I didn't know what to expect when I went out there because I'd never worked with children before and I'd never had any work that I'd done with anybody with special needs or learning difficulties for that matter. So it was kind of outside my comfort zone, which is things that I like to do. And I got there, and I think if I was expecting anything at all, I was expecting it to be slightly depressing, because these are children who live in dire poverty, many of them have been abused and mistreated, they have learning difficulties in an environment where that kind of thing is not really very well understood at all. So I was expecting it all to be a bit grim, but when I got there, it was completely different. It was life-affirming and joyous. The teachers are amazing. They're all South American teachers, most of them from Peru. And these kids are just there. Those 8 hours in the day that they're at the Rainbow Center, at the school, they're unconditionally loved, they're disciplined, they're taught, and they're free to be who they are and be the best of who they are. So it was wonderfully life-affirming, wonderfully inspiring, and I came away from it thinking, that's not the end of it for me with Kiya. I want to continue working with Kiya. And when Susie asked me to be a trustee, I was overjoyed, and of course it was a tremendous privilege and I accepted. And that's my story of how I got involved with Kiya. So at the moment I'm the chair of the trustees for Kiya. That basically means that I organize the meetings. We have, or should have, aim to have 4 meetings a year. We talk about the finances, we talk about the forward planning, what we want to do. Kiya is a very small charity. We don't have loads of money sitting in the bank that we can spend on advertising and marketing. So we have to be very careful with our resources, and we like to build as many projects as we can, as well as expanding the projects that we already have. My hope for Kiya is that in the next 5 years, we increase the subscriptions to the Sponsor a Child program by 1,000 a year. That's a big target, but I think we can do it. And in the next 5 years after that, another 5,000. Because what we need is sustained, constant income in order to keep those projects going. And at the moment, there are 200 children that depend on us for that. In the future, there may be 1,000 or 2,000. I mean, it's limitless the amount of stuff that can be done with the right resources put in the right place. And I'm sure we're going to do it. It's going to happen. There's a core of very determined and dedicated people here. Come and join us.